Everyone keeps calling the Honda CR-V the undisputed champion of compact SUVs, like it's been winning sales charts forever and nothing can touch it. But the 2026 Subaru Forester just dropped a hybrid that hits 35 mpg combined with standard all-wheel drive, costs thousands less at every trim level, sits higher off the ground, and real-world drivers are already saying it finally beats the Honda where it actually hurts, in snow, rain, and real life. I'm putting these two 2026 models head-to-head, gas and hybrid versions, using nothing but the real prices, EPA numbers, measurements, and hands-on feel from the latest tests. No dealer lies, no old data. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly which one makes more sense for normal people who drive in real weather and want the most for their money. Let's kick it off with the category that stops most people dead in their tracks: price. The 2026 Subaru Forester starts at $29,995 for the base trim, and that price already includes symmetrical all-wheel drive, the full EyeSight safety package, 8.7 inches of ground clearance, LED lights, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and roof rails that can actually hold weight. You don't have to check a single box to get the good stuff. It's all there under 30 grand before taxes and fees. The 2026 CR-V LX starts at $31,495 for front-wheel drive only. Add the real-time all-wheel drive system, and you're at $32,995. The EX that most people actually want, with the moonroof, heated seats, and bigger screen, pushes past $35,000 with AWD. The new Trail Sport gas model lands around $40,500 once you add destination. Now flip to the hybrids. The Subaru Forester hybrid lineup starts at $36,595 for the premium trim that already has the 11.6-inch screen, heated seats, and power driver seat. A loaded touring hybrid is still under $43,000. The Honda CR-V Sport Hybrid starts at $35,630, but that's front-wheel drive. Add AWD, and you're at $37,000. And the comparable Sport L or Sport Touring AWD hybrids are $39,950 to $43,700. The new Trail Sport Hybrid AWD sits right around $42,250. At every single equipment level, the Subaru is cheaper, and you never pay extra for all-wheel drive. That's real money left in your pocket, usually $3 to $5 grand depending on how you spec them. The 2026 Forester keeps the boxy, upright look from last year's redesign. Tall roof, huge side windows, super thin roof pillars, and a flat hood that lets you see the corners perfectly. It's 183.3 inches long, but sits tall with 8.7 inches of ground clearance on regular trims and a ridiculous 9.3 inches on the Wilderness. The Wilderness also gets all-terrain tires, skid plates, higher approach angle, and a 3,500-pound tow rating. It looks like an SUV that's ready for a dirt road or a snowstorm, not just the mall. The 2026 CR-V got a light refresh with a new grille, new LED lighting, gloss black trim on the Sport models, and orange accents on the Trail Sport, but it's the same rounded, car-like shape it's had for a few years. It's 184.8 inches long, so basically the same length, but the roof slopes down in the back and the pillars are thick, so it feels lower and more closed in. Ground clearance tops out at 8.2 inches, even on the Trail Sport with its all-terrain tires. It looks sharp and modern in the city, no question, but when you park them side by side, the Forester just sits higher, looks tougher, and you can actually see out of every single window like you're in a fishbowl. If you've ever tried to change lanes in traffic or back up with a bike rack on a CR-V and felt boxed in, the Forester fixes that problem completely. The gas Forester sticks with the 2.5-liter flat-4 boxer engine, making 180 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 takes about 8.7 seconds. It's not winning any drag races, but the low center of gravity from that flat engine makes it corner flat and confident. And the all-wheel drive system is always sending power to all four wheels all the time. You feel that instantly on wet or gravel roads. It just grips and goes. The gas CR-V runs a 1.5-liter turbo four-cylinder with 190 horsepower and 179 pound-feet of torque. It feels punchier off the line, hits 60 in the high 7-second range with AWD, and the ride is softer and quieter on the highway. Honda's sound insulation is still class-leading. The hybrids are where it gets interesting. The 2026 Forester Hybrid pairs a 2.5-liter boxer with electric motors for 194 total system horsepower. It's smooth, quiet at low speeds, and early tests show 0 to 60 right around 8 seconds flat. The battery is small, so it drives like a normal car most of the time, not some weird golf cart mode. The Honda CR-V Hybrid keeps the 2.0-liter four-cylinder plus 2 electric motors for 204 horsepower and 247 pound-feet of torque. It's noticeably quicker, low 7 seconds 0 to 60, and the switch between gas and electric is invisible. In stop-and-go traffic, it feels the most refined and quiet. Real-world driving difference? If your roads ever see snow, slush, or heavy rain, the Subaru's full-time symmetrical all-wheel drive and higher clearance give it a huge confidence boost. The CR-V Hybrid is the one that feels the most polished and silent when you're just commuting on dry pavement. The gas-powered Forester with standard all-wheel drive gets an EPA-rated 26 miles per gallon in the city and 33 on the highway for a combined 29 mpg on the base, premium, and limited trims. The Sport and Touring drop 1 or 2 mpg each way because of the bigger 19-inch wheels, but it's still right there at 28 or 29 combined. The gas CR-V front-wheel drive does 28 city and 33 highway, but once you add all-wheel drive, it drops to 27 city and 31 highway for 29 combined. On the hybrid side, the front-wheel drive CR-V Hybrid hits 43 city, 36 highway, and 40 combined. The all-wheel drive versions, Sport, Sport L, and Sport Touring, drop to 40 city, 34 highway, and 37 combined. The new Trail Sport Hybrid with its all-terrain tires is 38 city, 33 highway, and 35 combined. The Forester Hybrid, with standard all-wheel drive across the whole lineup, gets 35 city, 34 highway, and 35 combined no matter which trim you pick. So if you want 37 miles per gallon combined with all-wheel drive, the CR-V wins by 2 miles per gallon. But the Subaru is right on its tail while costing less and giving you higher ground clearance. Rear legroom is where people argue the most. The CR-V gives you 41 full inches in the back seat, almost 2 inches more than the Forester's 39.4 inches. That means adults can actually stretch out or cross their legs back there without touching the front seat backs. Headroom is almost identical, but the CR-V's longer seat cushions and plusher padding make it feel more like a living room on wheels. The Forester fights back with massive side windows and super thin roof pillars. You can see cross traffic, kids' bikes on the roof, everything. The driving position is higher and more commanding, and the seats are firmer but crazy supportive. I've done 6+ hour road trips in both, and the Forester seats left me with 0 back pain, while the CR-V's softer ones started to feel mushy after 4 hours. Both have heated front seats on mid-trims, but the CR-V adds ventilated front seats and heated rear seats on the top trim. The Forester still doesn't offer ventilated seats at all. The CR-V also gives you a power passenger seat on higher trims, something Subaru still skips. The gas CR-V gives you 39.3 cubic feet behind the rear seats and 76.5 with them folded. The hybrid drops a little because the battery sits under the floor, 36.4 cubic feet behind the seats, but still 76.5 folded. The gas Forester gives 29.6 cubic feet behind the seats and 74.4 folded. The hybrid drops to 27.5 behind the seats and 71.9 folded. On paper, the Honda wins easy, but the Forester's cargo area is almost perfectly square with a super low floor and a wide opening. I can slide 2 70-pound bags of mulch or a full Costco run-in without lifting over a high lip or fighting a narrow opening. The CR-V Hybrid has a higher floor because of the battery and a narrower opening because of the styling. I've packed both full of the same IKEA furniture, and the Forester took way less swearing and rearranging. Subaru puts an 11.6-inch vertical touchscreen on every Forester above the base model, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto on Premium and up, wireless charging pad, and they kept real physical knobs for climate and volume, huge win when you're wearing gloves. The 2026 models added a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster on Limited and Touring. Honda bumped every 2026 CR-V to a 9-inch screen standard, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto everywhere, wireless charger standard, and a 10.2-inch digital cluster on the top trim. The Honda interface is still a touch smoother, but the Subaru's giant portrait screen feels more modern and you can split screen maps and music easier. Both have over-the-air updates and good voice recognition. It's basically a tie, but the Forester gives you the bigger screen and physical knobs for less cash. Both earned IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus and 5-star government ratings. Subaru EyeSight is standard on every single Forester and got a wider camera view for 2026, plus emergency lane keep that gently steers you back without fighting you. The 360-degree camera is now unlimited and standard on touring. Honda Sensing added better night pedestrian detection and traffic sign recognition for 2026. On paper, they're dead even, but the Forester standard all-wheel drive and higher clearance give it a real-world edge in bad weather crashes. Insurance companies charge less for Subarus in snowy states because they know. This isn't even a contest. The regular Forester already has 8.7 inches of clearance and full-time symmetrical all-wheel drive with active torque split. The Wilderness jumps to 9.3 inches, all-terrain tires, skid plates, better angles, and X-mode with hill descent control, plus 3,500-pound towing. The CR-V Trail Sport gets all-terrain tires and orange tow hooks, but still only 8.2 inches clearance and 1,000-pound towing. Honda's all-wheel drive is good for snow, but mostly front-wheel drive until it detects slip, then it sends some power rear. Subaru's system is always awake. If you see snow twice a winter or ever hit a dirt road, the Forester wins by a mile. Honda still has the slight edge in long-term reliability surveys. CR-V ranks a little higher in Consumer Reports and JD Power. Subaru has improved massively with the new platform, but some people still worry about old CVT stories. Warranty is identical: 3 years, 36,000 basic, 5 years, 60,000 powertrain. Subaru throws in 2 years of free maintenance on some trims. Insurance usually runs cheaper on the Forester because of the AWD safety data. Resale is close, but Honda holds a hair better. If you live in perfect weather, never see snow, want the absolute roomiest back seat and smoothest highway ride, and love 40 mpg with front-wheel drive, the CR-V Hybrid is still awesome. But if you want standard all-wheel drive that works, higher ground clearance, better visibility, lower price at every trim, a hybrid that costs less and almost matches the Honda's efficiency while keeping legendary Subaru snow grip, plus a real off-road wilderness option, the 2026 Forester is the smarter buy for most people in the real world. Subscribe for more straight-up comparisons like this.